The second generation smartwatch from Pebble is now available. We've spent over 21 days using, testing, and probing Pebble Steel, and now it's time to give you our thoughts on the device. I'm Taylor Martin, this is Pocketnow, and this is our full review of Pebble Steel. Hardware was commonly accepted as the lowest point of the original Pebble. Its casing was made entirely of polycarbonate. A matte finish on the underbelly and a shiny, smooth finish which was susceptible to serious scratching on the top side. And even though you could swap the band with any 22mm band, there was no getting around how cheap the original Pebble looked and felt. Fixing the aesthetics of Pebble was the company's sole mission with Pebble Steel. Mission accomplished. The casing of Pebble Steel, as the name suggests, is made almost entirely of a high-quality machined marine-grade stainless steel. It comes in two finishes, a bare brushed steel or a matte black PVD coating. And every model comes with two straps out of the box, a genuine leather strap or a steel band with a button clasp. Both feel very high quality and luxurious, like something you wouldn't mind wearing every day with casual or dressy attire. That said, it's important to note Pebble Steel will not work with just any standard watch band like its predecessor, due to the unique design of the band attachment. For the foreseeable future, owners will be limited to the two standard straps, a small price to pay for a much better looking and feeling watch. The physical size of Pebble Steel is smaller than before, in all dimensions. It's 46mm tall, 34mm wide, and 10.5mm thick. This is especially helpful for those with smaller wrists, though we feel it looks just fine on our thicker wrists. And due to its metal chassis, it weighs a good bit more, 56 grams with a leather strap or 99 grams with a steel band. Pebble Steel also uses the same button configuration as before, one back button on the left edge and up and down buttons flanking a select button on the right edge. These buttons, unlike before, are very easy to press and offer a nice tactile feedback upon pressing them. This has significantly improved the usability. We found it far easier to use and navigate menus and settings on Pebble Steel compared to its predecessor. Pebble has also changed the charging port. It's now smaller and more squared. Unfortunately for existing owners, this means you will not be able to use your spare charging cables to charge Pebble Steel. For what it's worth, the magnetic connection seems stronger, so accidental unplugs, a common problem with magnetic style chargers, happen less frequently. And there is an RGB notification LED, which currently only works for charging status. Orange for charging, green for fully charged. Outside the vast visual differences, the company hasn't touched much on the inside. Virtually all the specs are the same as before. It has the same battery, e-paper display, CPU, and RAM. It also has the same waterproof rating, 5 atmospheres. It does hold twice the storage inside, though that extra storage is not available to the user. We aren't sure if that extra storage is future-proofing for future software updates, or if it will be unlocked in the future for additional watch face and app storage. One of the more important upgrades on Pebble Steel is the introduction of Gorilla Glass. This is meant to help prevent scratching and shattering of the face, and so far it's proven to hold up well against the frequent bumps and dings on walls, door frames, and table corners. We can see no signs of wear on the glass at all, but there are a few tiny nicks on the metal chassis. There is another benefit to the Gorilla Glass though, and that's the appearance of the display. While the display has not been physically upgraded, it appears clearer than before without any of the visible distortion, light refraction, or discoloration from before. Frankly, we're pleased with all aspects of the Pebble Steel's hardware. It's easily the best looking smartwatch on the market, and everything about it is more solid, from the finish of the design, the tactility of the buttons, or the tightness and strength of the vibrate motor. The software side of things are exactly the same. It runs Pebble OS version 2, and any differences will be indistinguishable to the end user. However, we must say we quite enjoy the upgrades brought to the smartphone side of the Pebble equation. Pebble App Store, currently only officially available on iOS, and a better watch app management system. Within the latest version of the Pebble app for iOS comes what Pebble calls Locker, a sort of keepsake area for storing your favorite watch apps on your phone. You can see and manage the apps installed on your Pebble. This feature makes being limited to just 8 watch apps much easier to cope with by offering a quick way to swap out your favorite applications when your watch is full. And the App Store has breathed new life into what was once a very limited product. We can now keep up with our favorite sports teams, check into locations using Foursquare, and grab weather updates, all from Pebble. And if you want more frustration in your life, just install Tiny Bird on your Pebble, a Flappy Bird knockoff. We're still unimpressed by how Pebble notifications are handled when using iOS. Unlocking your iPhone after several hours of inactivity will release a barrage of notifications you've likely already received. This can be managed within Notification Center settings, but the setup is not exactly user-friendly. It's especially not any fun for someone with lots of applications installed on their iPhone. On a lighter note, battery life has been great. Since Pebble Steel arrived on the 11th of February, we've gone through 3 full battery charge cycles. That's an average of almost charging every 7 days. Every 6 days or so, we'd receive a notification for Pebble only having 20% charge remaining. In our experience with the original Pebble, this is comparable. In all, Pebble Steel is a truly impressive product, a marvel in design. $250 price tag will be difficult for some to swallow, but after having used the original Pebble and Pebble Steel extensively, the $100 difference in price is easily justified. It wasn't until after we used Pebble Steel that we understood this. It fixes all of the problems we had with the original Pebble, which all mainly stem from the design, build quality, and aesthetics. Unlike before, it looks great with any attire, and hides the nerdiness of a smartwatch under the perfect guise. For the final score and a more in-depth look at Pebble Steel, be sure to check out the written portion of this review on Pocketnow.com. Ladies and gents, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to help us out and let us know by clicking the thumbs up button below, and subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this one in the future. Be sure to follow us in all the usual places, Twitter, Facebook, and Google Plus at Pocketnow. I'm Taylor Martin, you can find me on Twitter at CasperTech, and I will see you next time.